Hello everyone, my name is Yusra Abu Ghazale, and today I'll be explaining the topic Basics of Earned Value Management. I will begin with defining what is earned value management, then the elements of earned value management, then the indices, then forecasting elements of earned value management, then an example to explain what has been mentioned before. Earned value management measures the performance of a project, and it systemizes the process of project management. It shows as well a comparison of the work planned and the work that has been actually completed, and it's useful in forecasting the project in terms of cost and time. Planned value is the assigned budget of a project, and it's the first element of earned value management. We calculate planned value before performing the project, as it's an estimation of the work planned to be done. The total planned value for a project is called budget at completion, BAC. We calculate the planned value by multiplying the planned percentage of work completed by budget at completion. Planned value is used in the calculations of schedule variance and schedule performance index. The actual cost is the second value of earned value management, and it's the cost of the actual work performed so far. There is no precise formula to calculate the actual cost, and it's known as the actual cost of work performed, ACWP, used for the calculations of cost variance and cost performance index. Earned value measures the work performed and the value produced by the project so far, and it's the third value of earned value management. It is also known as budgeted cost of work performed, BCWP. We calculate earned value by multiplying the actual percentage of the work completed with BAC. Earned value is used to calculate schedule variance, cost variance, schedule performance index, and cost performance index. Cost variance indicates that the project should be done within the budget. Cost variance is a measure of cost performance of a project. It can be calculated by subtracting the actual cost from the earned value, EV minus AC. If the result of CV is greater than 0, this means that the project is under budget. And if the result of cost variance is equal to 0, this means that the project is on track. And if the cost variance is less than 0, it means that you are over budget. If you want to calculate the percentage of CV, it is CV divided by EV, which is the earned value. Schedule variance indicates the progress in terms of time of the project, as it keeps the project on time and helps in avoiding unnecessary costs. Schedule variance is calculated by deducting planned value from earned value, EV minus PV. If the result of schedule variance is greater than 0, then you are ahead of schedule. And if the result of schedule variance is 0, you are on time. And if the result of schedule variance is less than 0, it means you are behind schedule. If you want to calculate the percentage of schedule variance, you divide the schedule variance over the planned value. Schedule performance index shows the efficiency in terms of time of the progress of the project. It is expressed as a ratio. The formula of schedule performance index equals to earned value over planned value, EV divided by PV. If the result of the schedule performance index is greater than 1, it means you are ahead of schedule. If the result of schedule performance index is less than 1, it means you are behind schedule. And if the result of SPI is equal to 1, you are on time. Cost Performance Index is the efficiency of cost utilized by a project. It compares the work completed with the actual cost. Cost Performance Index equals to earned value divided by the actual cost. Now, if the result of the Cost Performance Index is less than 1, it means you are over the budget. And if the result of the Cost Performance Index is greater than 1, it means you are under budget. And if the result of Cost Performance Index equals to 1, it means that you are proceeding exactly as per planned budget spending, although this rarely happens. Estimate at completion is the forecasted value of the project when it's completed, and it can be determined by 3 methods. Case number 1 is calculated in this way. Estimate at completion equals to budget at completion divided by CPI, which is the Cost Performance Index. It shows you the future performance will be the same as the past performance that you have done. Case number 2, which is EAC equals to the actual cost plus the difference between budget at completion and earned value. It is when something unforeseen happens, but you are sure that this will not be repeated and the project will proceed as it should be. Case number 3, which is estimate at completion, equals to the actual cost plus the difference between budget at completion with earned value divided by Cost Performance Index multiplied by Schedule Performance Index. This is when you are over budget and behind schedule, and you need to take the cost and the schedule into consideration. Variance at completion means it is how much more or less money will be spent when the project ends. The formula of variance at completion equals to budget at completion minus estimate at completion. Now, if the result of variance at completion is less than 0, it means more money is spent than planned. And if the result of variance at completion is greater than 0, it means project is completed within the budget. And now we will start explaining this example below. We have these values: budget at completion, which is 4,000 euros, planned value, which is 3,000 euros, earned value, which is 2,800 euros, the actual cost 3,500 euros. We will use these values in order to calculate the following indices and values. Now we will start with schedule variance and the percentage of schedule variance. As we have mentioned before, schedule variance equals to earned value minus planned value. In this case, it is 2,000 minus 3,000, and the result shows in the table as minus 200. And the percentage of schedule variance equals to schedule variance divided by planned value, which is minus 200 divided by 3,000, and the result shows also below, which is minus 0.1. Coming to the cost variance and the percentage of cost variance. Cost variance equals to earned value minus actual cost. In this case, it is 2,800 minus 3,500, and the answer is minus 700. The percentage of cost variance is when you divide the cost variance over the earned value, which is minus 700 divided by 2,800, and the result is 0.2. And now we will calculate the Schedule Performance Index, which is earned value divided by planned value, 2,800 divided by 3,800, and the result is 0.9. The Cost Performance Index, which equals to earned value divided by the actual cost, is equal to 2,800 divided by 3,500, and the result is 0.8. Now, the result of SPI indicates that we are behind schedule since the result is less than 1, and the result of CPI is less than 1, which means we are over the budget. And now we will start explaining and calculating the three types of estimate at completion. Case number one, which is the budget at completion divided by the CPI, which is 4,000 divided by 0.8, and the result is 5,000 as shown below. The second type of EAC has this formula: the actual cost plus the difference between budget at completion minus earned value, which is 3,500 plus the difference between 4,000 and 200. The result is 4,700. And the third type of estimate at completion, which is the actual cost plus the difference between BAC and EV divided by the cost divided by the multiplication of the cost performance index with the schedule performance index. The result is shown below, which is 5,612. Finally, calculating variance at completion, as I have mentioned before, equals budget at completion minus estimate at completion, which is 4,000 minus 5,000, and the result is minus 1,000. Now, this result indicates that more money is spent than planned because the result is less than 0.